So my name is Alex Margevicius. I am the Commissioner of the Division of Water, and I have been with the City of Cleveland for 40 years now. So the Cleveland Division of Water is the 10th largest drinking water system in the United States. We serve 1.4 million people in our region, and we do everything. We're a full-service water provider. We have to bring the water in from the lake. We have to treat it to make sure it's safe and potable. We have to distribute it to all of our customers in our 640 square mile territory. We have to send bills out to our 400-some thousand customers. Between our bills and the regional sewer that we bill for, like 4 million bills a year. We have a full-service customer service function that answers hundreds of thousands of phone calls every year. So we're a full water provider, and I get to lead this madness, if you will. A staff of almost 1,000 people in the Division of Water, and we have to give overall direction and management to this whole operation. Interesting, I answered an ad. There was an ad in the Plain Dealer when I was working at General Electric at the time, looking for an entry-level engineer, and I applied, and took a few months for them to get back to me, but I responded and interviewed and have been here ever since. I would say what I enjoy the most about here is I never get bored. In 40 plus years, there's not been a single day that I have been bored. Some other emotions at times maybe, but never boredom. It's an incredible machine, the water system that we have, incredibly complex. And every time I think that I got it down and know everything about this system, there's something new that we learn. So it's just a fascinating operation to run. And being the geeky engineer that I am, I guess, it's just an incredibly great place to work. Well, I would say what surprised me when I first got here was, you come in oftentimes with the stereotype of the typical city employee, but what surprised me the most from day one is a lot of behind the scenes, really smart, hardworking people that work for the city and for the Division of Water. And I would say getting to work with incredible people here on this team just makes the job so much more enjoyable every day. I would say what they don't teach you in engineering school is how to deal with interpersonal relationships, how to deal with people. I have to deal with 80 suburban mayors and city councils of both the city and all these suburbs that we have to deal with. We deal with vendors, we deal with contractors, we deal with residents and customers. There's all sorts of people that you can't necessarily direct or tell, and yet you have to encourage them and try to convince them to do something that's helpful for everybody. So it's these interpersonal relationships and how to deal with people, I think, is probably the most important lesson that I've learned. Julius Chach was the longtime commissioner and director here, and he was invaluable in giving those lessons to me in how to deal with folks. So it is interesting, before I worked for the city, I worked at General Electric, and I was doing computer programming work, but I was not doing engineering work, and I was really unhappy that I wasn't doing what I was trained to do. And that was one of the main reasons I came to the city, the chance to be an engineer. And so I'm sure I would be doing some sort of engineering work somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where that might be, but I'm sure that would be the kind of career that I would be in. Well, I would say one of the big things for me, really shaping for me, is the family that I grew up in. My mom and dad were both immigrants from Europe after World War II and came here, and they had 12 kids. I have 9 brothers and 2 sisters that we grew up with, and we're incredibly close. You know, every one of the 12 get along great with each other, even closer now than I think when we were kids growing up, because I think we survived this jointly, you know, and got through this thing. And there are things that sometimes only siblings can tell each other. We're on this joint chat group, and the funny and little digs that we give to each other all the time is really cute and fun thing that we have going on. Well, so I guess I'm a glutton for punishment, I suppose, because I am a lifelong fan of all the Cleveland professional sports teams. The Browns, the Indians, and now the Guardians and the Cavaliers. And a lot of rough seasons along the way. I say thank God for 2016 when the Cavs won the championship. So there's something that we can hang on to. So yeah, but I love our teams. So. Actually, I do. In Old Brooklyn, which is where I grew up and where I live today, is a great pizza place, Dina's Pizza, on Memphis Avenue. Fabulous pizza. I think it's the best pizza I've ever had, and the stromboli is to die for there. So yeah, for sure, Dina's is my first choice.